Hey you guys, my goodness, it has been a while. So today I'm kind of just doing a little get ready with me. It's been a while since I have sat down in front of the camera. So I wanted to just kind of do a neutral, really easy, soft, everyday get ready with me. My skin is breaking out like crazy because of stress. It is very, very, very angry. Also because I've basically been eating potato chips for breakfast and not doing my skincare. So, do your skincare. It's very important. Otherwise, this happens. Anyway, today I'm going to be using the Pure and Raw Beauty Kristi palette because I love it, and I'm pairing it with my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Shadow primer, not foundation primer, shadow primer. I can't talk as usual. So there have been a lot of things going on. First of all, you may notice some things missing from my background. That is because they're in boxes. And the reason they're in boxes is because we got an offer accepted on a house. So this is huge news. I know right now we are in the underwriting process. Basically, when you're like, here's a bunch of information, and they're like, we need like 12 more things, and you're like, okay, here's the 12 more things. That's kind of the process we're in right now. So it looks like we're going to be closing on the house in a couple of weeks as of right now. So I am in the process of packing up our entire house, pretty much entirely by myself, partly because my husband hasn't been able to be super helpful, which I'll get to the reason why that is in a minute, and also because I'm a little bit of a control freak and want everything packed exactly the way I want it packed. So I'm going into this palette and I'm starting with my whole heart and just popping that underneath my brows. And then I'm going to go ahead and take copper boxes and start working that into my crease. So yes, we are in the process of closing on a house. It's not in the area I was hoping it would be in. I was aiming for a very specific area, but if you know anything about what the housing market looks like right now, it is a nightmare. It is very difficult to buy a house, and a lot of the houses are being eaten up by cash buyers. So yeah, that's what happened to one of the houses we put an offer on in an area we loved. We got beat out by a cash buyer. But after we got the rejection notice from that one, the house that we currently got our offer accepted on, I noticed it was back on the market. We had originally decided not to put an offer in on it because our agent said it was going to go for way over asking and it would be off the market within like a day and this and that. So we decided, okay, we don't think it's worth it to go that far over asking, so we're just going to wait. It stayed on the market, I should say, past that weekend. I was like, I gave her a message and I was like, hey, that house we looked at is still on the market. Can you check with the agent and see what's going on with that? And she looked, and the agent said that the other two offers fell through. So we jumped on it and made an offer, and it was accepted within minutes, you guys, which was amazing. Because we made a very generous offer, and I think they were looking for a family to buy, which was helpful. We didn't do like letters or anything like that, but a lot of people are looking specifically for families to buy houses rather than having stuff bought up by like rental companies and stuff like that. I am going in with a tiny little brush and the shade Told You. we got our offer accepted. Everything looks really good. Appraisal went good. So right now we're just kind of doing all the fun paperwork stuff to get to the point of closing. So I am very excited on this. Now this is an older house. It is going to need a lot of work. I'm going to be vlogging all the work. We're replacing floors. We're redoing part of the kitchen. So there's going to be a whole bunch of videos coming on that. It's going to take us a while though. So anyway, that's kind of the big news. And then on top of that, I'm going to take this little brush and I'm going to take a little bit of Camelot and put that on the inside half of my eye. And then we're just going to top it with a little bit of Golden Ticket. Just so you guys know what I'm doing while I'm talking. The other news is that my husband broke his foot. Yeah, at work. What's funny is he broke it last Friday, and the doctor actually cleared him to go back to work on Monday, as long as he doesn't climb ladders or get on any pitched roofs. So I don't know what they're going to be having him doing, because pretty much his entire job is climbing ladders. So we shall see how that goes. But he broke his foot pretty badly. Getting out of his work truck, a water bottle got blown from a windstorm under his foot, and his heel caught on it and his foot twisted and broke. So that's been fun. He is unfortunately in a lot of pain. Thankfully, he has like a foot brace, like he has a walking boot, and then he has an ankle brace he can wear, and we bought him some new work boots that he can wear with the ankle brace to work. So we're kind of trying to find a way to work around everything and make him as comfortable as possible. But it's been a week, you guys. Like, all this has happened in the past week. So it's been a lot, and I've been very stressed. I haven't even been super active on social media, which is rare for me. I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in Light. Yeah, I haven't posted on Instagram. I've been in my stories a couple times, but not very often. I can't even remember the last time I posted a story. Just because I've been kind of running around like a maniac, trying to get stuff taken care of and done. And at the same time, the house that we're going to hopefully be moving into in a couple weeks, if everything goes well, because I never ever count anything as done until I have keys in my hand, is older. Mind you, it is immaculately well taken care of. The woman who had owned it took lovely care of it. It's beautiful, but it's an older 70s split level, and it needs a little bit of love and updating. So we have quite a bit of work to do to it, including removing all the carpets and installing flooring. So that's going to be quite the project. The good news is that the doctor cleared my husband to help with the flooring, because I was originally planning on installing it all myself after he broke his foot. So it will be very nice not to have to do like 1,000+ square feet of flooring at a minimum to start with before we move into a house all by myself. So I just used my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. If it looks like I'm wearing the same makeup a lot, it's because I actually already packed away the majority of my makeup, and I'm just kind of working with some of my favorite base products right now. I tend to pack very, very early when we have to move, just because I do not like having to rush last minute, do stuff last minute. I like to do stuff in advance, as much in advance as possible, just because it helps with my anxiety, kind of having everything done. Plus, when you're waiting for things, which when you're buying a house right now, you're doing a lot of waiting. For me, it's hard to just sit there and wait. I need to be actually doing something so I feel like I'm actively moving forward. Right, I'm going in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz in taupe. My eyebrows look a little bit weird. It's because I just trimmed them and I wasn't paying a super amount of attention, so I cut them just a little short. So they're a little more sparse here than they normally are. I've actually been wearing my brows straighter most of the time, which is really different for me. My brows are actually more naturally straight than they are curved, and I fought it for years. I literally spent years like shaping my brows into more of an arch because that was the trend for so long. And eventually I was like, okay, I'm tired of this. We're just going back to a fairly natural shaped brow, more of a straight brow. And then of course straight brows became like trendy. I was like, well, okay, cool, that works. And they're not like perfectly straight. I do have a bit of a natural arch, but the bottom tends to be straighter. There we go. And I'm also trying to take them a bit lighter than I normally do. I've really been kind of playing around with different makeup styles a bit here. Ah! Every video I chuck something on the floor. Anyway, I've been playing around with different makeup styles here and there, seeing what I can do to just play with things a bit. Speaking of, when we get into the new house, I will not have a dedicated office for a little bit of time. So the current house we're in is 4-bedroom, but it only has like one living space. Like it's kitchen, dining room, living room, all in one. The place we're moving into has a kitchen, dining room, and then it has a living room, and then it has bedrooms, bathrooms, and then downstairs it has living space, extra living space, laundry garage is kind of how it's set up. But what we're going to do eventually is take the upstairs living space, and that's going to be kind of like my office, filming space, relaxy space, etc. That's going to be my area, but I'm going to have to close it off just because I like having a door, because it is quieter, because noise is the enemy of microphones, basically. So I want it quieter, so I'm going to have to close everything off. But we're still kind of trying to figure out how to do that. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara because it is like what would be considered like the formal living space, and then downstairs is like the den area, or the family room or whatever. That area is going to be our main family living space downstairs. And then upstairs, that living space will become my office, which is really nice because it's south facing. So I'm going to have great light in there. And it has a big bay window and it's going to be really nice. But I'm going to have to like rip down some walls and build other walls. It's going to be a project. So for the first few weeks that we're in that house, I'm probably not going to be doing a ton of sit down videos unless I'm doing it like against a blank wall. It's going to be a lot more vlogs. I love this mascara, but it's getting old. I need to get a new one soon. Does anyone else where your end eyelashes are? Like mine like curl down so much that they meet with my lower eyelashes and it drives me crazy. I almost want to like pluck a couple end eyelashes just because the upper and the lower eyelashes like will catch on each other and it drives me crazy. Does that happen to you guys? Please let me know if that happens to you guys and what you do to like avoid it. So I'm grabbing a little detail brush and we're going to go into Told You. I'm just popping that under my eye. If it looks dark in here, it's like 4 o'clock. It's so late because the Olympics technically, like all the events started today. And I spent the first half of my day like watching men's gymnastics and taekwondo, which compared to women's gymnastics lately, men's gymnastics needs to step it up because I'm not impressed. The difficulty level, if you look at the stuff that the women are doing compared to the men, it's like a world harder what the women are doing. I'm going in with my NARS Laguna bronzer just because I have not seen nearly enough sun lately or enough, you know, iron. I look very, very pale. I'm just taking this to warm up my face a little bit. And this is one of those great buildable bronzers where you can kind of just go back in and add more as you need. There we go. And for blush, I'm going with Tarte's Party. I know this blush is still surviving. Like, I don't know how I am not all the way through this blush yet. I've had this sample forever. I've probably had this sample size Tarte blush for like 3 to 4 years now. It's lasted forever. I highly suggest if you can get sample sizes of higher end products, not like just going to a store and asking for free samples, but like if they have like, especially during the holidays, they'll have like collections of sample sizes you can buy. Those are so worth it because the products last forever and they're just so pretty. I love it. Quick change of plans. I was going to go for a pink combo on my lips, but my skin's actually looking very warm, very glowy. So I'm going to roll with that, and I'm going to use the ColourPop Luxe Gloss in the shade Come Through, because this gloss is so pretty. I will say though, this packaging, it like scratches off really easy. Like, I'm trashing this packaging just by handling it, even gently, not scratching at it. So that drives me crazy. Like, let's work on the quality of the packaging just so, you know, I can read what it is. But this gloss is really pretty. All right, you guys, so I'm not setting this with any powder or any setting spray, mostly because I'm probably going to be singing my butt on the couch and watching the Olympics the rest of the night. But this is the final look. It's super quick, super easy, really cute. You can do this with any neutrals palette. You just need a couple shades of brown, a yellow, and then a shimmer shade, and you're done. It's really, really easy. I hope that you guys like this look and enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Sunday and the occasional Wednesday when I have extra time. You guys can also keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram, and I would love it if in the comments below, let me know what your very favorite Summer Olympics event is. Like, do you like the team sports like basketball and soccer, or do you like, you know, more of the individual sports? Do you like the archery? Like, what's your thing? Like, my thing has always been women's gymnastics. Like, I have loved and followed women's gymnastics for a really, really, really long time. I am not gifted at any sort of tumbling. I mean, I can't even do a freaking cartwheel, which, yeah, I know, but tumbling is not a skill set I happen to have, so I find it so freaking impressive, the people who can do that and how well they do it. It's just incredible. I love watching gymnastics, so let me know down in the comments below what your favorite Olympic event to watch is, and if you want to, tell me why. I'd love to know. But thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.